Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am Dr. Amir Badshah, lecturer in Department of Chemistry, Cohort, University of Science and Technology. Today, the topic of our lecture is cement and manufacturing of cement and the types of cement. This is lecture number 39 and the course is Basic Inorganic Chemistry First, having code Chem 112. The outline of our lecture are introduction, composition of cement, types of cement, manufacturing of cement, and at the end the quality of cement. And there will be mentioned some references for further study. First of all, we are coming to the introduction. Mainly, the cement is obtained by burning of calcareous and argillaceous material. By burning, these material are converted into clinker, and then the clinker is ground with gypsum and converted into cement. The cement is also called Portland cement. Why it is called Portland cement? Because its color resembles to the stones, to the color of the area of Portland, so that's why it is called Portland cement. But commonly we will remember its name by ordinary Portland cement or OPC. What are the material which are present in the calcareous and argillaceous material? The calcareous material may be in the form of limestone or maybe the form of marble. These are the source of calcium oxide, which is also called unslaked lime. Argillaceous materials include clay, shale or slate. Shale is a form of clay, and when the shale is in the grain form, then it is called slate. Argillaceous material are the sources of silica, alumina, and iron oxide. Next, we are coming to the composition of cement. It is a mixture of many compounds, and each compound has own properties. On average, the composition of each compound is shown in the table. The calcium oxide present is about 62%, silica 22%, and alumina 7%, iron oxide 2%, magnesium 2%, magnesium oxide 2%, sulfur trioxide 1%, and similarity oxide of alkali metal in 1.5 range, and gypsum is 3%. Each and every component has own role and every on their percentage. The role of major constituent in the cements are given here. Calcium oxide or unslaked lime, which is present at 62%. The color is looking white and it gave strength to the cement. It also forms the various compound. This compound is called dicalcium silicate. This is called tricalcium silicate. Dicalcium is represented by C2S, dicalcium silicate. And similarly, this is tricalcium silicate represented by C3S. This one is tricalcium aluminate. It is not S. And this one is tetracalcium aluminoferrate. It is not 3, sorry, it is 4. It is tetracalcium aluminoferrate. It should be in the percentage of 62%. If we use this in maximum amount, it produces unsoundness. Unsoundness is the phenomenon in which they remain inactive. It doesn't react. So after using it, when it is present in unreactive form, then it can expand, its volume is increases, and due to which it disintegrates very easily. Such phenomenon is called unsoundness. Second constituent of it is silica. It should be used in 22%, whose this represent this shape. It is the common available form of silica. It gave also strength to the cement, and it formed the compound dicalcium silicate and tricalcium silicate. If it is used in excess, it will delay the setting time. One is setting time and other is hardening time. Setting time is that one when we mix cement with the sand and gravel, so it is plastic, and when it is put down on the in something and its elasticity finish, this phenomenon is called setting. And when the setted form, when the hot form, when it become fully hot, then this form is called, that one is called hardening time. So each there are different type of cement and they have different setting time as well as hardening time. This depends upon on the constituent which is present in the cement. The third component is the alumina, which should be at about 7%. The available form of alumina is shown here in this figure. What is the role of alumina? It is helpful in quick setting. If you want to make it to finish the plasticity in the cement very quickly, so we can use alumina, and it is also helpful in the formation of this compound tricalcium aluminate as well as tricalcium aluminoferrate. If we use in excess amount, so it will affect two things. One, it will decrease the temperature of the clinker. That should be not decrease, it should be at high temperature. So if we use alumina, so in excess amount, then it will reduce the temperature of the clinker. And second one, it also reduce the strength of the cement. The fourth constituent is iron oxide. It should be used in 2%, and it mainly gave color to the cement. Mostly it gave greenish color to the cement. Iron oxide is shown in the brown color. There is different colors of iron oxide. It is used. It is also formed the tricalcium aluminoferrate compound, which is important constituent of the cement. It also provides strength and hardness to the cement. The one is the magnesium oxide. Magnesium oxide also a color agent compound which give to the cement. If it is used in excess amount, so it will produce unsoundness. Unsoundness, as we have discussed earlier, it increase in the volume and reduce the strengthening if it is remain unused in later stage. The last one is the gypsum. It should be used in 3%, and it helpful when it is added in the final stage, and it enhance the setting time of the cement. This is the available form of the gypsum. Bogs compound. Actually, these are the compound which are present in the cement, and each compound has specified properties, and the amount of these compound present in the cement affect their durability, affect their hardness and strengthness. So the percentage of it affect durability. Some compound affect more durable, some are less durable, some are increase their hardness in low time, in less time, some increase their hardness in long time, and similarly as well as the strength too. What are these box compound? The first one is the tricalcium silicate, whose formula is shown here. and is resembled by it is represented by the symbol C3S. It is made by the reaction of dicalcium silicate with calcium oxide from 1300 to 1450 degrees C in the rotary kiln. You will see later on in the manufacture stage that there are different temperature zone and where various compounds are formed. In the temperature zone of 1300 to 1450 degrees C, this tricalcium silicate compound is formed. This is helpful in early strength. If we apply this after mixing the water with the cement, sand and gravel, etc. So in early stage it provides strength from 24 to 48 hours and complete strength provided in 28 days. It should be present from 40 to 55% in the cement. The second compound which is present in the cement is dicalcium silicate. The formula is 2CaOSiO2 and it is represented by symbol CtO, dicalcium silicate. It is formed by the reaction of calcium oxide with silica at 1100 to 1300 degrees C and form dicalcium silicate. It provides the later strength to the cement after 1 to 2 years later. If you use this in excess, it will delay the early strength, but it will enhance the later strength. If we increase the amount of this in the cement compared to this one, so this is responsible for the early strengthening and this is responsible for the later strengthening. So if we increase the amount of this, so it will delay the early strengthening and will enhance the later strengthening for about 1 to 2 years later. It should be present in 19 to 24%. If it is in excess, so definitely it will delay the early strengthening. So it should be in this range. If it is less in less amount, so later strengthening is also necessary. So it should be in this range, then it will be the suitable cement. The third one is the tricalcium aluminate, which is represented by the formula C3A, tricalcium aluminate. The tricalcium aluminate is formed by the reaction of calcium oxide with aluminium oxide alumina from 800 to 1100 degrees C zone in the rotatory Kelvin Klinker rotatory, and as a result of this reaction tricalcium aluminate is obtained. It helpful in flush setting. Flush setting means the initial setting after mixing. When we mix them in at once, it's down, then for that we use this type of compound, tricalcium aluminate. It adopts the shape of the mold at once when it is mixed. It has a very high heat of hydration. That's why we put water. We put water on this cement when after using that. It is hot quickly, so it should be in the range of 8 to 10%. If it is in excess, so it will be very it will hot quickly, and we cannot it should be soft, because if it is soft, then we can easily make changes in it, in the structure that we want to make. If it is hot quickly, so it's not easy to make changes in it. Tetracalcium aluminoferrate, its formula is shown here, 4CaOL2O3 Fe2O3, and it is represented by symbol C4AF, tetracalcium aluminoferrate. This is formed by the reaction of tricalcium aluminate with calcium oxide and iron oxide from 1300 to 1450 degrees C and form this compound. This compound is also used for flash setting, as we have mentioned earlier. It provides later strength to the cement, and it set very early in 24 hours. It has low heat of hydrogenation compared to tricalcium aluminate, and it become hard very quickly, and it should be in the range of 13 to 17%, not more than that. Types of cement. On the basis of changing of ingredient in the ordinary cement and ordinary Portland cement, or by adding ingredient, there are different types obtained. The main types are 8 types. We have mentioned the various ingredient. By changing the variation, by changing the percentage of them, or by adding the ingredient, new ingredient. So there are 8 type of cements can be obtained. The first one is the ordinary Portland cement. That one we have discussed already in the previous slides. The second one is the sulfate resisting cement, which is also called SRC cement. In this type of cement is used in alkaline region, because in alkaline region the OPC, ordinary Portland cement, disintegrate very easily. So how these sulfate resisting cement can be obtained? It can be obtained by decreasing the percentage of C3A, tricalcium aluminate. Tricalcium aluminate has a specific percentage. If we decrease its percentage to 5%, then in such type, then the OPC type of cement will be changed into SRC. Then it takes longer time in strengthening, but it becomes strong as ordinary Portland cement. The third type is the rapid hardening cement. In the rapid hardening cement, there is a low percentage of tricalcium aluminate, so a high early strength. This is very high early strengthening cement, and it gets the same strength in 4 days, while the ordinary Portland cement gets the same strength in 28 days. It is used mostly in cold weather, or it is used for making the slab at high traffic area. When there is high traffic area, so it is not easy to stop the traffic for a long time. So we use such type of cement to make slabs for a very, it can get stronger and harder in a little time. So we use such type of cement for the slabs or high traffic area. The fourth number is the quick setting cement, QSC. It is obtained by adding small amount of aluminum sulfate to the OPC. Its setting time is about 5 minutes and hardening time is about 30 minutes. It is fifth number is the low heat cement. The low heat cement is by reducing the amount of C3A in tricalcium aluminate in the ordinary Portland cement. It is used for mass concrete work such as dams. When there is dam formation, then such type of cements are used. High alumina cement. It has high concentration of alumina from 35 to 55%, and it gets strength in 24 hours. It is used in dam, and it is also used because it resists alkalinity. The seventh number is the air entraining cement. Air entraining agent are added to the cement. The air entraining agents include oils, fats, and natural resins. These type of cement resist to the frost actions when on the surface. When the water is on a surface, so this freeze water degrade the cement inside it. But if we use such type of cement, air entraining cement, then it will be not easily to degrade. It was used for the first time in America. The eighth one is the white cement. White cement is obtained by the removal or keeping low percentage of iron oxide in OPC. It is used mostly for architectural finishing. Another topic is the manufacturing of cement. How we can get cement? It involves 3 steps. The first step is the grinding and mixing. The material which we have, calcareous material, argillaceous material, we first grind it, and then after grind it is stored, and after storing it is mixed in a fixed proportion. After mixing in a fixed proportion, then this mixture is burned at specified temperature for a definite time. And at the last stage, after burning, we get the mass called clinker, and then it is grained with gypsum together, and then it is ready for use after cooling. There are two methods available for the manufacture of cement. The first one is the dry method, and second is the wet method. Chemically they are the same, but only physical difference is there. Dry method is used only when the available material are hot, so then we use a dry method, and we grind the material without the presence of water in dry form. But when the material are soft, then they are grind with water. If they are grind with water, then such type of method is called a wet method. After grinding and mixing, the material from the storage tanks are entered into the rotary. This is the rotary, and this rotary is a little bit tilted. As you see that it is a little bit tilted, and it is supported by three pillars. On the tintle, or on the height and the upper end of the clinker, we entering the mixture from the storage, and then it is mixed with water. When this mixture when mixed with water, it is called slurry. This slurry is introduced at this end, and on the other end, cool dust in the form of fire under the pressure of air is introduced from this side. So there are different regions. This region is called dry region, where the mixture is get dry, and then this is called burning zones of this is the burning zones of the rotary, where the material which are present in the mixtures are react with each other. As we have shown earlier, that at different region of temperature, different reaction take place, and mainly the four component are is formed: tricalcium silicate, dicalcium silicate, tricalcium aluminate, and tetracalcium aluminosilicate is formed. After the formation, these all compound obtained is in the form of clinker, and then they are cooled down here, and after cooling, then gypsum is mixed with them, and they are grinded, and after grinding they are stored, and after stored the bags are fill up. The bags is fell from these material, and then they are supplied. How to check the quality of cement? The quality of the cement is checked from its color. If it has greenish gray color, it means the cement has a good quality. If by thrusting the hand inside the cement and we feel cool, so it means the cement is of good quality. And if we take a small amount of it in the finger, and if we pulverize it, and if it feels smooth, so it means that the cement is of good quality. And if we take a handful of cement and put into the water, and if it is float on the surface of the water, it means it is of good quality of the good quality of cement. And this is the last topic of this lecture. Thank you for watching. These are the references.